EFT initial setup or when changing banks. All EFT related menus are initially inaccessible and can only be activated by a UAN EFT specialist. Once EFT is active, a UAN representative must complete the EFT Setup Form located under Payroll, Maintenance, EFT Setup. This form requires technical information that UAN may have to get from your bank representative. You should not complete this on your own. If you use the file upload method, then UAN will get this information from your bank, and then the UAN representative will contact you. If you're using the data entry method, contact UAN as soon as possible to arrange an appointment so that the specialist can complete this step for you. Let's go to Accounting, Maintenance, Checking Accounts. Here, you can confirm the primary checking account number is accurate. The primary checking account number will copy into the EFT upload file, so you need to confirm that it is accurate here. If needed, you can change the information by using the Edit button. If you change to a different bank in the future, you must give UAN sufficient notice to ensure a smooth transition for EFT wages. There is more to it than just changing this bank number. This is especially true if you're using the file upload method. UAN may need to contact your new bank to get technical information so that we can input it into the EFT setup form. After your governing board decides to adopt EFT for wages, the fiscal officer should gather the following from participating employees: the employee routing number, account number, and account type, whether savings or checking. UAN does not require that all employees participate in EFT wages. Your entity's policies determine whether it is required for all or if it's optional. After UAN activates EFT, you can begin entering the bank account information you have gotten from your employees. To do this, go to Payroll, Maintenance, Employees. For our demonstration, I will just use one employee, and I'll click Edit and Advance. The first thing to do is to check mark EFT is authorized. Notice that the routing and account fields are now highlighted, meaning that they are required to complete before saving this form. This is not for the township's bank account information. This is for the specific employee's bank account. I will enter the routing and account numbers, but I'm going to go ahead and let my presentation software blur them out for you. You must specify the account type as well, checking or savings. It's important for the file upload that you get the accurate information from the employee. If we set this to the wrong type, the direct deposit will fail for this employee, even if the right account number and routing number is put in. So be careful with those deposit tickets. If your employee provides evidence of their bank information with a deposit ticket, it doesn't always state whether it's a savings or a checking account. As you can see, there are two other checkboxes in the EFT area. Notice that when I click Stub Email is authorized, that the field for the employee's email address becomes highlighted, meaning it's now required. This setting enables me to email EFT pay stubs to employees in addition to printing copies for our township records. You can even password protect the pay stub for security. However, there is more to the setup process than just authorizing it and then clicking this Send Test button. See, I got an error message. I don't want to discourage you from using this. It's a great feature. If your governing board is interested, I usually recommend this, adding it sometime after successfully completing your first EFT payroll. For our demonstration, I will uncheck stub email is authorized and skip it for now, but feel free to read about the steps in the EFT training handbook. Prenote was sent. Do not checkmark Prenote was sent during the initial setup phase. This checkbox is like a light switch telling UEN whether the employee is in a test state or in a live state. When unchecked, the employee is in the test state. This means the employee's bank account and routing number will be included in a test file, a prenote, when the fiscal officer chooses to create one. When the fiscal officer posts payroll while the employee is set up in this test state, his payment will print to a warrant, not to an EFT pay stub. When checkmarked, the employee EFT is in the live state. This means that when you post payroll, an EFT pay stub will print, and when you create the EFT wage file, it will include his wage. This is advantageous because you can authorize your employees for EFT, enter your bank account information, or their bank account information, that is, as you receive it from each employee, even if you will not be ready to start direct deposit in time for the next payday. Since the real trigger for going live with EFT is not just EFT authorized, but it is EFT authorized and checkmarking prenote was sent. So I will uncheck that because we are still in the initial setup phase. And I could continue on with my other employees.
I hope this was helpful. If you need assistance with the steps shown in this video, please contact UAN support using the information provided on the screen. All the videos in the EFT series qualify for House Bill 10 training. If you have any questions about self-reporting, please call or email your question using the contact information on the screen. By itself, this video is not long enough to self-report. If you have only watched this video, you cannot self-report the time. However, if you watch more videos in the EFT series and their combined time is at least 30 minutes, you can self-report the combined time.